Hey, I'm John Salley, and I am the host of the best darn sports show every week on OAN. Check it out, all on your television and YouTube.
I'm down 162 pounds in 6 months, and it feels great. Looking at myself in the mirror is a trip. I marvel at myself now because I'm like, man, I've done this in 6 months. 6 months is not that long ago.
I started this program back on July 1st at 288.5 pounds. Today I weighed in at 184. When I first got here, I was sad and depressed and stressed out. Over time, I regained my self-esteem, my willpower, my determination, and those things have helped me to grow and become happier with myself and in life.
Use code TFU10 for a discount on the full body cleanse.
Welcome into another episode of TFU Podcast.
Let's go!
Today we got NBA royalty in the house. Hall of Fame media personality. He does everything. John Salley.
I like that.
But you know the part you missed? That's family at this point.
Yeah.
He is family at this point.
I just wanted to get the
credentials. What's going on with you?
I just wanted to get the credentials right, you know.
You gotta throw family in there.
And TFU family.
There you go.
And it was. Thank you. I've been watching. I'm proud of you guys.
Man.
You cut off some of the pork fat, and it's just you two.
Our numbers are going through the roof.
Yeah, I told you. You worked it out when you started paying attention.
Yeah.
See, remember you would say something to AD before he'd be like, I don't know, I don't watch that. Well, you gotta watch it. We gotta talk about it.
I damn near watch everything now. I pay attention to everything that's going on in the world. And speaking of what's going on in the world, we got to address this. And I'm sure you already know what it is because you already know what's coming. Because
with the Dodgers winning?
No, it's not the Dodgers. It's not the Dodgers. It has a lot to do with the Detroit Pistons. What the fuck is going on with Chauncey Billups or the allegations surrounding him? Because me personally, I think it's very odd when they talk about it. They only keep showing black people, and they say, and they keep showing. They say it's 32 people been arrested, and it's been mobsters, it's been this, but they only show the black NBA players that they think are associated with it.
Right. I said this on another 3-letter show, but now you get more of the conversation I was having at the airport. So, Chauncey Billups was the head coach of the Trailblazers, a Detroit Piston great.
Absolutely.
Hall of Famer.
Yes.
And what I feel, and I said was crazy, is they were talking, they only showed these 3 players.
Right.
But they made it a thing when Kash Patel had a huge press conference and they talked about it being a part, not that they needed to talk about it or get into it right then, because it was the second day of the NBA season. That right there that was the first tip-off on why Stephen A. misspoke. He misspoke because he was thinking, why would y'all do it really the second day after NBA started? Like, what's the idea?
Right.
The idea was Kash Patel, who's doing the best job he can possibly do in a hard situation.
Now, is he qualified to have that position? That's the part that I also struggle with a little bit when I look at his previous history. And I just want to, I know you're a worldly person, and I always say John Salley knows all.
I've been telling people that for a long time.
You're the smartest man in this room.
Absolutely. 100%.
Okay, I'll take it. No, but what I understand is anybody prepared? What you're asking is, has he been crooked enough as an agent to be able to know where all the bones are buried, what landmines not to, when not to step because it's a landmine, who's paid off, who owes us a favor? Is that qualification? I don't know.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's qualified for all the ins and outs that the FBI have been doing for years.
Right.
Right. So let's get that to the point where they make television shows and you feel sorry for the agents every time.
Right.
But I had a friend who was arrested at 6 o'clock in the morning in a $5 million house by 21 agents in all the gear with rifles, and he's a money manager. Like, this is not Carlito's Way, and he's Sean Penn running around with a gun. No, he put a gun in his son's face. I mean, these are the tactics they use. To give you an example, I'm not talking against him. I'm just saying a lot of times that Alphabet company will use tactics that are not needed.
And they know it.
Yeah.
And they're making I guess they're trying to make a statement or kind of make these people seem more threatening than what they really are.
Right. They went at this guy, no one knows. And they put a gun in, he said, we need your passport. Okay. Son hands him the passport. They take him downtown. They hold him there for 6 hours. They let him go. They put it in what was that for?
Right.
So a lot of times, what they say, they're cleaning up. And I think the reason we get a lot of bad media or propaganda is because the people who have been pulling the wool over our eyes for so many years are being exposed. You can't get away now. The social media changed everything.
Right.
You used to be able to call New York Times and say, don't run that story yet. LA Times, all that, and say, don't run the story. Or I'm going to give you excuse. You run this story, you're not going to get the next one. You used to be able to do that. They used to be able to hold up things if they think that. But this new regime doesn't have the connections. They literally cut off the connections, and like they said, trying to dry up the swamp. So I say this. Somebody said to me, because of the network I was on, One American News Network, OAN. It was, are you a conservative? And I said, am I conservative? He said, no. I said, I'm a black man in America.
Right.
He goes, no, but you're on that station. And I said, no one said anything when I was on Fox. When I was on Fox for 9 years, which is the conservative station,
right.
No one said a word. When you watch Fox football, they go, well, Fox Sports and Fox News are different. You can't hate the tree and not hate the roots of the tree.
There you go.
Malcolm X. So it's the same thing, right? So I just said, I'm not black. I'm not red. I'm not blue. I'm black. I'm not doing the OJ thing.
Right.
You know, I am still a black man. If I get pulled over, I still get nervous.
Right.
So I do not think I have risen above blackness because of stature. No, in this country, I'm black.
Right.
And who do I vote for? People that help black people.
See, and that's pretty much the angle I take. Who's going to do the most for us?
Right.
Because what I notice on the other side, on the flip side of that, that's how they vote.
Right.
That's how they move.
They tell you to.
Yeah. Who's going to do the most for what you want and what you stand for? And that's how people should move.
Yeah, I think so.
But before we get, I want to,
Oh, you want to get to Chauncey?
Yeah. There you go.
So this was my thought, and this is a trip because I had Gilbert Arenas. I talked to Gilbert Arenas when he wants to pick up the phone or when I send him a text or something.
Right.
He got a lot going on in his brain. He called me on a Sunday and thanked me because I literally pay attention to what people say and when they pull things in and when they try to become relevant or when they try to have an angle. Mm-hmm. Usually when they bring somebody into a story that hadn't been mentioned by the media, that person is trying to distract us.
Got it.
You figure her name out in a second. I didn't, because it had nothing to do with Gilbert. When they showed Chauncey, and I was thinking, man, what could he have done? And then they have written so many things. So people out there, watch what you text. Watch what you say. I'm not telling you to, stay in a cage, but they go all the way back to when Damian Lillard was on the Portland Trailblazers.
Damn.
That's how long they have been watching and paying attention. So then when they said he had a game, a poker game, and he's the whale, and other whales are coming in to play, because they can play with their money, they can have cash that they're playing against. He's saying there's tables that you can see through.
Right.
And there's glasses, and there's earphones. Like this is James Bond type stuff.
So, yeah, I find it hard to believe. Are they saying that he set up the games or he was a part of the games?
He's a participant. But this is the crazy thing.
But that's not the way it's coming off in the media.
No, it's like it's him.
Yes.
And I said this. If you pay me $200, they were paying Paris Hilton just to come to the club in Vegas, right?
Right.
Now, what if there was a drug bust in that club? They're going to mention Paris Hilton's club? No, they paid her to be there. She's the draw. What else happens in there happens in there. You don't know. In Vegas, when they say we're going to pay you $200 to give you a room, we're going to send a jet to get you, you expect that.
Right.
You expect that because that's the way you've been being treated. Then all of a sudden you find out that it's a rigged game. That's bad. You get they give you chips to play with.
Right.
Right? So they do it to all athletes. Some of the biggest in the world are a part of MGM. MGM, I shouldn't have said their name, but there's MGM Bet. They bring in different celebrities to play in games. That's the casino.
Right.
That's what the problem was. It wasn't a casino. So the casino wasn't making money.
Right.
The sports books weren't making money. They were taking money from them by taking their whales and having a private game. That is the crime.
Okay. So Chauncey Billups, as far as you know, he's just playing the game. Why are they acting like he's taking money from his friends? I even heard one person say he's made him and his group is basically made over $7 million a year. No, $7 million over the last 4 to 5 years. And I was like, it's no way in fucking hell Chauncey Billups is robbing his friends.
No.
It's no way.
No.
It's no way.
And if you know anything about athletes gambling, they always lose. I mean, it was to a point where, bringing back Gilbert Arenas again, remember that whole tobacco that they went through was when they were gambling on the plane.
Right.
It's funny when I was in Detroit, this is to tell you how ancient times are. We had the first private jet, our own jet in 88, but 88, 89, 90, it was called Round Ball 1. I don't remember seeing anybody gambling. But then when I got on the Bulls and then got on the Lakers, there's a table that they gamble on.
Okay.
Right. So I've seen it then. I didn't see it, and I've heard about it. But, man, most of the time guys were eating food and covering their face up because, guys don't know how to be adults. They're putting ice on your head and taking pictures with things by your nose and, that kind of stupid high school stuff. But I didn't really see how deep the gambling games got until I was in Chicago. And then those games were intense. But that's what they do.
Now, talking about betting, how do you feel about all the betting companies now sponsoring all sports? And then I feel because there's the Chauncey side of it, and then there's the Terry Rozier side of it, that point shaving, the brother of, what's the Michael Porter Jr.'s brother?
Yeah, got kicked out of the league.
But, they said that he was actually being threatened to throw the games.
Oh, yeah. Then when they have you, they have you.
Yeah, once you start participating, you're fucked.
You're in. When this was so funny, when the referee, Delaney, wrote in his book talking about how they came to him, and he said, I'm not the only referee going into it. I was like, trust me, I know that. And even though I love the refs, but it's just human nature. It's been human nature forever in sports. The Red Sox, or the White Sox, right? Back in the day, it just always has been a situation where the mob is able to get to you. Boxing, right? They said Sonny Liston was on the tape.
Yeah.
So
Talking about the Muhammad Ali fight, right?
yeah, but he lost. He lost to Muhammad Ali, but they were trying to get him to win. So that's how far back. That's Muhammad Ali becoming the champion. That's how far back it was.
Right.
When his name was Cassius Clay.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's how far it's always been. Now, to answer your question, Alejandro, I thought it was weird that 22 years ago, I go to Fox with a show, and I had 5, what do you call those guys? Handicappers. And we'll talk about sports. This guy's this. But let's talk about, okay, who would you bet on? Why would you bet this? Well, the favorite by 7. I would take this. I would parlay this. This guy usually gets, he doesn't have the lung capacity to play through the game. This is before load management, or when we started hearing about load management. That's a hard thing. The NBA, too, doesn't have to tell you if somebody is playing or not playing. So, to give you an example where I'm getting this from, I'm getting to your answer. I think it's amazing that the NBA and other people had to allow it in. It was so strong that they no longer, with the offshore betting, remember they were closing guys down, man, get out of Costa Rica. When they couldn't figure out how to control the money, you had to join it. And I remember finding out when the NBA finally said they were going to take the FanDuel, the DraftKings, the Bulldog at one time, all of these different people, they were taking 1% from Vegas, $1 billion. So Vegas was paying them 1%, and that 1% was $1 billion. It was too big for them not to be involved. So they had to do it. That became the advertisers. Now, what happened because of that is there's 1,000 bookies been arrested because they're not a part of that FanDuel, DraftKings, Underdog. Yeah, I'm naming all y'all. I'm naming them all. So they're getting the monopoly on the gamble. So before, when you can call a bookie and say this and this, can't do that anymore, right? The phone is the worst thing in the world now. Because it used to be the only person that was tapped was the gangster. Now cell phone records, they got it. The web is tight, and it's for only one spider, and that's the federal government. Now, thinking about them only having that one way of betting, I would have to know certain things. In the NBA, back to what I was saying, you don't have to let anybody know what's happening until game time. They call it game time decisions. A little history. 1989, we're playing against the Los Angeles Lakers, and Byron Scott has a hamstring pull. Okay? First game, Magic Johnson gets his hamstring pull. He pulls up, and he's walking, his hamstring is bad. We want to go over and kick him in his other leg. We do not care that Magic is hurt. Like, thank the stars Magic is hurt. Magic leaves the game. Game 2, Magic is on the layup line. He don't play. But he came out on the layup line. And we get on the layup line, and Magic come trotting out, and I'm like, oh, damn, you can't even hurt this dude. Do you know how mad Vegas must have been when Magic came out on the layup line thinking he was going to play? How many bets were then put on?
Right.
And he didn't play. I said it right then. I was like, man.
Is that you think that's done intentional?
Man, he did it now that's what's funny. He did it to psych us out.
Oh, okay.
But Vegas was psyched out. Right? You understand? Now that I'm older and I'm looking back at it, I'm going, man, if I were a bookie,
right,
I would hit him in his other leg. If I would have come out and seen that, man, I would have kicked Magic all over his body.
So what do you think the commissioner of the NBA is going to have to do to? Because now it seems like anybody miss a free throw, anybody miss a layup, anybody miss that easy shot, they like, he's on the take.
I've been saying it my whole life.
he's on the take. How do you think the commissioner is actually going to be able to clean that up? Or is it even possible now and people are just going to look at basketball in a different light?
You know, I always made jokes on the best damn sports show about David Stern. I used to say, y'all call him David, I call him the Don, right? Because he was such a good guy, but he was gangster about the NBA. He changed it, made it what it is. Adam Silver is more, he's not as much as a bulldog as David, but he's no joke.
Oh, okay.
He's nobody because he seems laid back, but he'll let the dogs get you. He's like what a real mob. It's almost like Boardwalk. What was that Boardwalk
Empire?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's who Adam is to me. You know, he can say whatever. He has his connections, but when you piss him off, you're in trouble. I just think everything has to be paid attention to. Give you an example. There was a play when JR got the ball. Remember, he was Cleveland, and he got the steal, a rebound, and he came back and he dribbled. He should have passed it to LeBron.
Yeah.
That's a bonehead play.
Right.
So besides that, that was seriously loss of focus. I thought this when guys let the clock run out, or they take a delay a game, or quarterback takes a delay a game because he can't get his brain to move fast enough. Those are bonehead plays.
Right.
The kind when you usually don't miss a shot, or you're on the foul line and you can win the game and you clunk it, I question those.
So, not J.R. Smith, George Hill. You question that one?
Huh?
Because he got the rebound from George Hill's missing one free throw out of the two.
Yeah, I know, because that usually is what you want a guy to do. Miss the second shot, get the rebound, throw it out for a three. So now you hit the first one, you miss the second one, you get the rebound, you throw it to a guy. If he dribbles it out, throws it to LeBron turns around and shot as a 4-point play.
If he would have made both free throws, they would have been winning by one.
Yeah, but then who were they playing against?
Golden State.
You have to be up 4. Steph is on the other side.
I think you take the 2 free throws to take the lead, though.
No.
You would miss on purpose?
You missed on purpose because it was a perfectly run play. He missed on purpose. JR got it. If JR would have got it and then put it right back in, they would have been up 3.
I don't remember it.
Right?
No, okay, so Cleveland was down 1.
They were down 1. He hit the first one.
So, LeBron went to the paint, passed it to George Hill, he gets fouled. He makes the first one, the game is tied. And there's like 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
No, it was more than 3.
No, or 4 seconds, 4 or 5. It was almost over the game.
Well, he dribbled it out.
No, because JR is like he thought the game was, he thought they had a lead, but the game was tied. So if George Hill makes both free throws, Cleveland has they're winning by 1, and then they just have to defend one final shot.
Yeah, I think it was longer than 3 seconds because LeBron was.
LeBron was definitely clapping for it.
That's when I know his brain. Y'all out there in investigate realize he had a brain fart.
Yeah,
you can tell those.
Right.
But then a guy getting in the game and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go out." See, this is another difference. If this is why I'm happy I was born when I was born, but sometimes I think if I was in this era, when they're giving you $150 million, guaranteed, you should just ball out.
That's it.
There's nothing.
But that's the reason why I don't feel like Chauncey Billups is a part of this. He might enjoy the gamble, but for him to risk everything for $7 million,
right?
And he makes 30, 40 million within that time frame, it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. And then I heard a guy try to bring Ty Lue into it. Ty Lue didn't do anything. He didn't play. He was an observer. I said, mention the other people watching a Hall of Famer play. His best friend is Chauncey Billups.
Right.
It's so funny how they constantly put it on. And this is when I knew I should be quiet. My mother used to say the ones they lynch are the smartest. That's what they say. If you smart, they lynch you. If you can read, they lynch you. if you got a backbone, they kill the strong.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to die on this. The reason they didn't show the other 27 is because the other 27 are them.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean by that? Yeah. This is what I mean by that. In 1865, there was these guys with these white hats, and they rode horses, and they wore white things, and they terrorized black people. Mm-hmm. They were a non-profit organization to this day, and they're not considered terrorists.
You know what you're talking about, right?
KKK.
Yeah.
Not considered terrorists. Right? So the reason they were allowed to do it, because it was them. It was the judges. It was the lawyers. It was the cops. It was them. It was them who were doing it, and they were covering up. Same thing in this situation. If you got 30, you said out of the 30, 13 of them are mobsters, name all 13 of the mobsters like they did in the movie, like in The Godfather. Call out the names. So when that mobster kid goes to school, they'll be like, your dad's a mobster. He did whatever. Mess their family up too.
Right.
Take their legacy on just being the guy who owns the waste management company. Figure out he's crooked too. That place, that corner store is not just a corner store. It's a front. Do it to all of them. Out everybody. They did it. They did it when September 11th happened. They showed every picture of everybody they thought that was involved. Everybody. So since this is a case that you want to go through, name everybody involved. And you can't sit around and say, well, we got to protect them because, no, name them. If you got them there and you said it's 30, put all 30 up. Then we'll see if you're real.
Do you see that they also trying to bring Mav into it now?
Yeah. So that was another thing. Anybody you're associated with, friends with, oh, you're friends with LeBron and you like to gamble?
Right.
You like to go to Vegas? How dare you make money and spend it the way you want to spend it? Oh, the reason you're friends with LeBron is because you get an inside scoop. You think LeBron is sitting there finding out from other teams, hey, man, what's up? Y'all about to play? Yeah, me too. Run off the roster. He still got that ingrown? He still got that ingrown toenail? Yeah. How bad is it? Oh, it's festering.
It's no way.
No.
It's absolutely no way. When I think of Mav Carter being a part of this, I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
They want everybody with name. And they've been doing it.
But why are they all black?
Well, it's funny. They're changing, and I'm saying they, and if you don't care who I'm saying they, the powers that be that want a certain control. With my man Diddy, they throw sex. With my man Dr. Cosby, they throw sex. With my man Eddie Murphy, they throw sex. Anytime Tupac now is, do you think Tupac was not? Anytime they want to take a black man to a system or down, they bring in homosexuality.
Right.
They got a new one now. You're weak. We're going to bring in another vice, the gambling vice. And what are those vices? Sex, drugs,
alcohol,
gambling.
Yeah.
All mob stuff.
That's true.
That's all mob stuff. I watch the movies. And since y'all believe there's one white guy said, come on, I know black people. I watch the movies. Since that's what y'all think the movies is the only thing telling us the truth, I watch the movies. It's been mobbed the whole time.
Right.
So it's like you can't enjoy yourself. You can't go to the casino. You know, they're making millions and millions of dollars. And the only way, there's a couple of ways to risk it. On a 25-year-old at the casino where they give you rooms and they treat you wonderful, and you get there and you got this competitive edge. I just think anytime they have these black people with excess money, they say, oh, he has too much money. Let's figure out how to get it out of his pocket.
God, yeah. I mean, this is just a side note. Do you think they're going to give, and not to even switch the subjects, but do you think they're going to give LeBron a team?
Not now. This is the craziest thing. Magic Johnson was the best owner representation of a former player being an owner, right? He was a part of the Lakers.
Absolutely.
But then when somebody tipped him off and said, sell everything you have in real estate, sell your stake of your 7%, I think he had, of the Lakers to the richest man in Los Angeles, not back to the Bus family, but to the richest man, the guy who owns LA Times now. And Magic gets $420 million for his 7%. He then takes that money and he gets with another dude, they buy into the Dodgers.
Right.
Within 1 month, Magic was paid back. They buy into the Dodgers $600 million, I think it was. You'll figure out what that number was. $6 billion or something like that. Magic's and they then went and got a $10 billion or $6 billion TV deal. So they're paid back. Only thing they don't own is the parking. And then Magic goes with another group and gets involved with the Washington Commanders. So they're making a resurgence. Yeah. The Dodgers are the first time back-to-back since 2000. I mean, he is definitely the businessman you would follow if he just happened to be with the right people. He wasn't, just like Wilt Chamberlain. You never heard anything negative about Wilt Chamberlain. He said, I got 3 Jewish guys that care for me, not try to take from me. And I have to say Jewish guys because that's exactly what he said. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not just saying. He said it. So you got some guys who are running into a position where they get into a bad group of people. And then you have some people who are black. Magic, there's been some great guys that kind of AIDS he got, financial AIDS, like when he said that. But Magic took the worst time and showed everybody nothing can stop me. Right. So he's the best example of what a owner coach would be. And I think LeBron would be great. But the deal, if I was LeBron, I'd be involved with Live. Like they got Live Golf. Because if he had Live Basketball, NBA would be in trouble. There I go, starting trouble.
But I think that might be already in the works.
Yeah, I heard it, but we didn't see it.
I heard it too.
What do you think about because I think like 5 to 10 NBA teams have sold within the last 3 years. Even Mark Cuban saying like it's different now. Yeah. Like owning an NBA team than it was before.
And he sold to a casino owner.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody said anything. I told you, I don't say a lot. I'm just saying. I just, sometimes I read what's on the line and then I look and see what's on the other side of the paper. He sold to it, and you ask why that is. Because the money is never going to get better than now. You understand? So I remember it was a big thing, and it really was, in Detroit, Mr. Davidson, who was the owner of the team, built the Palace of Auburn Hills. It was $80 million. And I was like, $80 million. My God, that's the taxes for A-Rod now.
Yeah. That ain't shit no more.
No. You know what I'm saying?
To build a stadium?
35 years ago, that was a lot. So, and then they tore it down, and it's a parking lot now. Okay? And he was like, that was $80 million. It was nice. Well, let's tear it back down. I need some of that. We need some of the copper for the stuff we put in downtown. So imagine back then a team was costing somebody, I don't know what the Lakers, I think the Miami Heat, when I got on the Heat, I think he sold a team for $100 million, $150 million. Wow. They showed their stake. That's Lou Schifel and Billy Cunningham. Lou Schifel was the general manager, president, coolest cat in the world. I'm telling you, they don't even talk about him. But I know he probably hear this. Louis Chaffel was the coolest owner I've been around. I'm telling you. Mickey Arison is great, but Louis Chaffel was going to sell his piece, and they had to buy him out. Louis was smart. $150 million, $100 million. That was, it still is, $500 million. Like, wow, it's almost $1 billion. Now, a team that doesn't even win is worth $4 billion.
Right.
So if it's $4 billion now, $4 billion today in your pocket in the right ways, in 10 years, it would double. So it's smarter to do it now. Plus, how much money you need? I see guys and they keep talking, man, I wanted to get this much money, and they go generational wealth. Stop saying that, y'all. Okay, generational wealth. Your kids wind up being crack addicts and and doing porn on the side in the valley.
Staying with the Lakers, you think LeBron's relationship with the Lakers will be mended? Is there something wrong there, or he's just injured?
Are they going to re-sign him?
Well, the number one selling jersey is Luka now. But LeBron's jersey for the past 20 years has been in the top 5. So I keep telling you, I told y'all this before, don't just look at what you see on the court. It's the stuff off of the court. He goes, he's the connection to China. He's a great representation of NBA. He's a great representation of health and wellness. He's a great representation of a great dad, of a husband. Right? You can hear rumors, but you can hear it all you want. They look cool doing their handshake when I see them.
Right.
I saw his wife at Art Basel last year, introduced her to my wife and kids. She was like, I said, yeah, they're going crazy on your man. He was like, he's used to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I sit around and see he has all of that to work on. At 40 years old, what is he, about to be 41 or 42? Yeah. No one's better than him.
That's true. Absolutely.
And I'm watching. Look, to sit in this chair right now, I had to make sure the floor was even. I don't want to twist my ankle on a pencil over here. Imagine running and jumping and dunking. And I'm reading stuff. Well, he got to be able to fit in now. We have a whole new, whoever's saying this should shut up. Because LeBron is the common denominator. Everybody else needed to play together to get better. So when he steps in, they know how to play with the best player. And his load management is becoming in the beginning of the season as opposed in the middle and the end of the season.
So I got this man on my left saying he's faking the injury.
What?
I didn't say he's faking it.
No, you didn't say what you say.
I didn't say faking the injury at all.
No.
What
I
you
didn't say he's faking the injury. I said they're questioning whether or not he's hurt or not.
Okay.
Because they've been saying that because they're saying that the Lakers haven't given him an extension. So therefore, this is way of him getting back at the organization. That's what they were saying.
Okay,
It's bad. Okay, so
I hate being attacked by this guy. I don't, he doesn't listen.
I feel like the judge. I feel like the judge.
I don't know if it's a language barrier.
No,
or something.
I feel like the judge.
I don't know what's going on.
Counselors, approach the branch.
But I also feel like, I think also when you've been in this entitled position on every single team.
He's not entitled.
No, he earned it. He earned it. But I think when you've been treated special and well-deservingly, let me put that there, your whole entire time, it's hard to take a second fiddle.
But why would you? But
you, like you said, the jersey has already, that title has already switched. They're already propelling everything towards Luka, and
that's just good
I think
business.
that's hard, huh? That is good business. That is good business. He's younger. He's the new star, and do you think that LeBron can play that secondary role now?
He won't have to.
Okay.
So this is what I mean. What's gonna make Luka and Austin Reeves and what's the other kid from that played at Wake Forest? Huh?
DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah. And what's gonna help them is there no double teams. There's no slacking off when LeBron's on the court. And if you get everybody, this is what happened with the Celtics. And this is why the Lakers won 5 championships with Magic, running the same offense as everybody else. You could not double team off of one guy and let him catch the ball and beat you, because he would. James Worthy was going to beat you. Kareem was waiting for the ball. Byron Scott will light you up and dunk on you.
Right.
Magic can do it all. And then they had AC Green, who once in a while would catch the ball without the Jerry curl juice messing with his hand. I'm just messing with JC. But everybody was a threat. And that's what the Lakers are about to have back. Now they're seeing what they have with Austin Reeves. All teams now have to pay attention. Not only did he hit the buzzer beater, he hit 51 the next night. So without Luka. So when Luka's back, there's only one ball. You now get to share the ball and play fun. No one's going to beat these guys. And LeBron, you can't lay off LeBron. He's going to give you 40. He still can shoot the long ball, still can dunk.
How do you feel about Aiden's performance thus far?
Well, he got to get used to Los Angeles.
Okay.
It's a learning curve. You got to get used to Los Angeles.
Is it fair to say you're not a fan of Austin Reeves?
I'm not.
What?
No. No, I don't. I'm not going for it.
Are you kidding me?
You got to play on both sides of the ball for me. You got to lock up.
Are you kidding me?
You got to lock up.
Oh, my God.
Listen, we can't judge. We can't judge.
That's the reason I like doing the show.
Listen,
when I texted him, like, he scored 51 points. He's like, it sounds like he had a good game.
He had 21 free throws.
And he hit them.
Yeah, and he hit 21 out of the 22 free throws. Absolutely. I'm just not a fan.
But you don't know why you're not a fan. I think you're racist.
A lot of people think that. And there might be some truth to that.
No, you can't. Because, my friend, black people can't be racist. We can't be racist because my man Paul Mooney said, we have never denied somebody where to live, how to own. So we can't be.
That's true.
According to the definition of a racist, we can't be racist. What it is, though, and I'm gonna say this on this situation, not on you.
I'll take it though.
The Lakers are gonna have 4 white guys on court one day. You know the last time that happened?
Never.
Boston Celtics.
Yeah, okay. I thought you meant on the Lakers. I finna say never.
No. So remember, it was Larry Bird, Danny Ainge, DJ, and Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
And Chief was playing, and they were unstoppable, right? So the optics of this is about to be amazing. Because Luka, I'm telling you, I watched this kid. He is unbelievable. Austin Reeves, the way he dribbles and the way he gets to the cup and the way he dimes, I'm telling you, AD, this kid is unbelievable. And he's a sleeper too. He ain't doing nothing and then making shoulder muscles. He's doing it, go to the foul line and focusing on hitting that shot. I would want Austin Reeves on my team. If you say, pick right now, I say, all right, I take Austin. I would start like that. I'll take Austin. Give me, I would have LeBron. I said, I got LeBron, you got LeBron. Because one of us got to have him.
Right.
And you know me, I would have Kevin Durant on my squad because I love what he does. Who's the next kid? So that's 1, 2, that's 4? No, that's 3.
You said LeBron, Austin Reeves, Kevin Durant.
Yeah. I want Steph, but I know it's gonna sound crazy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you taking Austin Reeves out of everybody in the NBA right now?
I'm telling you, if I was to build a team, Austin Reeves would be on the squad because
when are you picking him? You picked he was your first pick?
No, I'm saying LeBron's the first pick.
Okay, LeBron's the first pick.
All right. This is the first time there won't be a center, but LeBron's the first pick.
Okay.
I would want Brunson on the squad, but the problem, I know, but the problem is there's only one ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So know who the cool thing, and I said this.
And he takes a lot of dribbles to get that shot off.
Right. But see, now you can have Joker. So if Joker were to play with LeBron, they would go 72 and 10. Because I'm telling you, if I set up a squad and you gave me who I wanted to get, no one's beating me.
So there's this new thing that's going around in the NBA, and I'm sure you probably already aware of it. On Morant's team, the coach tried to institute a new offense where there was no more pick and rolls. So therefore, he could spread the ball out. Unfortunately, doing that got that coach fired because Morant didn't like it. And I heard that Miami has taken on this same style of offense where there is no more pick and rolls. They feel like the ball is distributed more. What's your thoughts on that?
One, I think you can't change a player's game in the ninth inning.
That's true.
It's a bad move. Two, when you're a star, and he got suspended for 8 games for saying, talk to the general.
Was it 1 or
8 games?
8?
Didn't he?
I thought
he got suspended.
He got suspended for 12. I think it was 1 game.
For 1 game?
Yeah.
For saying, talk to the coach. They came in.
Yeah, which was weird.
Right? So the team, hey, you can't suspend me for telling you the truth because they're now going to go ask the coach, why are you not starting the star player? I mean, why is he not in the game?
Right.
They did not come to watch you coach. They came to watch him play. First thing.
Right.
Vegas was upset. So I think they're using this as a way they wanted to get him out of the system in the first place because when he plays, he takes up so much air, right?
He does.
He takes up a lot of air and it's
he's amazing though.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
At this point, can we say he's injury prone, or is it too early?
No.
I just think he had too many bad situations. I just think
He jumps a lot.
Yeah,
exactly. That.
So if you jump a lot, you're going to have more injuries, especially when you jump as high as he jumps. You're going to have more injury. Plus, he doesn't have me down there with my herbs, and he doesn't have he may have some herbs, but not the herbs I would give him. And he doesn't know about nutrients in their body. Like they said, well, they have nutritionists. But I guarantee you, no one sitting up there and they're, where you going? No, we're getting to the club. No. You got an hour and a half of IVs,
right,
and massage. Then you're gonna go to sleep like Shohei. You know, Shohei sleeps 12 hours a day. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani sleeps 12 hours a day.
12 hours?
I've heard like Khabib, like the UFC fighters say that a lot. That between training, the best recovery is sleep.
Yeah.
Well, that's when your body's supposed to recover. I get that, but 12 hours is a lot.
12 hours. Everybody else is playing video games, and he is the video game. So trading him to Miami.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to mention that.
Exacerbate his demise. I'm telling you right now.
Now, I heard Pat Riley makes people run a lot.
Yes, and it's hot down there. It's great. I remember I came out of practice one time in November, and I had to turn the air conditioner on from inside the gym. That's how hot it was outside to turn the air conditioner on for my car to get going. This is in November, so I was like, oh, this is the best thing in the world. But then it's the freedom of Miami. It's the we won championships. You have to bring us back. Then you got the pressure of Miami. And if no one is working on his, I'm telling you, nutrients, that's it. I'm not telling you to be a vegan. I would want you to, but nutrients and somehow massaging that body and tweaking it and getting him to disassociate with other things for a second just to get your body right. LeBron is getting his body right.
Listen, that's the one thing I would absolutely say. He has revolutionized that. Because they say just even for him to have the thought pattern that I'm going to spend $1 million on my body every single year, I don't know why everybody haven't taken that on.
And he should. Because $1 million.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because what does he make a year?
50-something.
50-something just in salary.
Yeah.
So all the other things, so he's a $100 million man.
All day.
To spend 1% on your body.
Right.
Is brilliant. That's 1%.
It's brilliant.
So all the injuries that are happening in the NBA, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton, Achilles and all that stuff, is it by the pace of the game or is it because they're not taking the right nutrients?
They're not taking one, their muscles aren't being fed properly. Two, they're getting a massage because the person is wanting to do the massage. I remember how Dr. J saw me with a knee pad on, and he said, "Why?" And I didn't want to tell him because you wear one. So I said, but that was the reason, right? Doc wore a knee band, then two, and he jumps like that, so my knee hurts. That must mean what I have to do. He said, okay, you got to take those knee bands on. You got to get deep quad massages. And I was like, what? Man, I'm telling you, I wanted to kill this lady every time she came in the house. She was like, how you doing, Miss Sai? I said, stop talking to me like you like me. and get down to your sadist masochist way. And deep massage into my quads was releasing the muscle, going into the fascia. Then I had to drink tons of saline water. I'm saying drink salt water. And I had to rest. And I had to constantly try to flush my legs out. And that made me stop wearing knee pads. I got adjusted with orthotics. I literally looked at my body, and I still do, like I'm a Formula One car. And guys who don't look at it that way leave the game for injury, and that's it. Now, all three guys hurt their Achilles.
Right.
They run 200 more miles than I did. 200. Right? So that's 200 more miles. And,
for the season.
Yeah. And there's
I know it's 200 more miles.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's up, down, and no one is getting. Before, when you came into the league, if like a guy came, it's not even us. Michael Jordan take off, we weren't the only one to bring him down. You just don't do that. And if you come in the lead and you're a guard and you turn around, Stockton come in the lead, the big man will, hey man, this is men's territory.
All day.
Can't do that now. And everything is high flying and dunking to the point where your guy gets dunked on, he just takes the ball out, throw it down court and says 2 points. Before, you would have to call a psychiatrist. You know, it's a different, I get him back. He dunked on me, I'm going to dunk on him. It's entirely different with how these guys play now. So there's more strain on their body, and I don't think they have the right focus. And I'm not saying they don't. I just don't see it. I went to a wonderful facility and saw what they had. They had cryo machines. I didn't see anybody in them. They had sauna. You know what I'm saying? I know they have it, but I didn't see the after practice maintenance of the Formula One car. I still saw guys walking out eating potato chips and drinking a sugar drink with color.
And how does John Salley feel about the analytics being thrusted into the NBA and just sports in general? But NBA in particular.
I think Moneyball was a great movie with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And I think that was the best way to explain analytics. They're watching every single thing, but one thing that they're leaving out is human interaction. I have my nephew, right, playing, moved him out from Detroit. He's out here. Let him see what the sun looks like. But when I know that the analytics don't pick up what's going on in your house, it doesn't pick up what goes on in your family. Henley, who plays for the Bolts, for the Chargers, right? His brother gets murdered on Thursday, and he has to play on Sunday, right? Analytics can't adjust to life, and it sounds great and it looks great, and the nerds love it, but they're acting like who they're dealing with is not human. Now, if it was all automated, I would understand it, but you never know.
But the thing that I hate about it, and I just remember watching Magic Johnson play. If he's seen that someone had an advantage anywhere, he would single that situation out, post them up, and take advantage of it, force the double team, or force the coaching on the other side of that to get that person out the game.
Correct.
So I've seen so many times this year, last year, over the last few years when they implemented the analytics game where there was a big guy with a point guard on him in the post on the side of the ball, and he rotated to the opposite side of the screen. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm so confused. It seems like the day of the post game is gone.
Yeah.
And I think it's disgusting because now they're changing that from taking advantage of situations to, shooting a three-pointer. And also another thing that I just want to just say, just get it all out, is that when I see people on the fast break, 2-on-1, 3-on-1, and they flare out for three, it just breaks my heart. That's analytics. That just breaks my heart.
You know what did bother me, but now is the love that they're giving to Wemby, they didn't give to Bobo.
I've been telling him about Bobo the whole time. So, Bobo got game.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bobo got game.
Bobo is an analytical player. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes while he's not getting, playing time. And there's a video that came out that he's in a concert, and
why he can't go to a concert? That doesn't make any sense.
If you're going to a concert, you shouldn't be, exactly. And
He's at a concert. What makes the concert better? You want to hear the music? You want to hear the music? Take some ecstasy. You hear every sound.
Let me tell you something. I know Wemby looks amazing right now. Amazing. A year ago, he looked...
Well, he had a heart
good.
situation.
Yeah, he looked good. But let me tell you something. Bobo, you go over those Bobo highlights and those Bobo got game.
He does.
Bobo got game.
Did he play defense? Did he play defense?
Yes. Did he block shots?
He blocked shots all day long.
They had put him on playoff games. He didn't do anything.
So let me explain this to you. So let me explain defense. When there's we're going to use football. When there's a really good defensive corner, a cornerback or safety, you don't throw the ball over.
There you go.
You just don't. That's part of the good defense, right? They don't go this way. So now the game is going to be one-sided.
There you go.
If they're going to do something, they have to do it over here because you're not throwing it over here. So that's good defense. Wemby is the most amazing 7'7" person just to watch him dribble. And the fact, I studied martial arts for a long time. The fact that he went there, I was so jealous that he's a karate man and he bruises on the inside, that he went to the Shaolin monks to realize exactly how to. I was so, this is the best thing. And just like LeBron, load management, he had a whole season, half a season off, got his health right, figured out how to work his body, what it needs, what it takes, what he's going to do, how to mentally get prepared. Now he's going to be this unbelievable specimen. And my deal is I feel sorry for the short guy. The short guy will no longer be in the NBA. Now the 6-footers are done.
The 6-footers are done?
6-footers are done.
Would you say Wemby's the best player in the world right now after training with Hakeem? I don't know if you've seen his movie.
Yeah, I did. I think the fact that he can shoot a three and fake shooting a three and dunk on a tiptoe, it's what he did to Anthony Davis that first game.
Yeah.
I was like, and AD ain't no slouch. So it's just amazing that his teammates trust him enough to give him the ball too.
Right.
That, usually you run into some knucklehead who was like, I'm going to control it this way. And no, they understand he can do it all. So he's the best youngest player. What's it, 4 years or 3 years?
I think this is his third year now.
Yeah, it's amazing his growth in that amount of time.
Yeah. One thing I really noticed about him, when he puts the ball on the ground, initially I was like, it didn't look scary. Now when he puts the ball on the ground, he dribbles with purpose. Like he's going to the basket. And that changed everything for me. Even Yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of, young John Salley highlights.
That's what I said. I said, I remember when Isaiah said, man, you gotta, Chuck he's gonna kill you, man. I was like, I can handle the rock. I was a guard first. And then, I grew. But Isaiah was like, Sal, if you were playing now, oh my God, you would be. I said, yeah, I know. But the problem would be it was too many women. There was too many women when I played before, but boy, right now there's too many women. And what do you mean I just have to DM you? What? Too much access.
Yeah, it's too easy now.
I want to go back to the Lakers.
Yeah.
How you feel about the job JJ Redick has done so far?
I love JJ. Do you remember when we were in here and we were talking about JJ and this guy named AD was upset?
I'm still in that position.
Okay, but this is why I thought that was the weirdest position. Pat Riley was a player. Phil Jackson was a player.
I wasn't, but they came up in coaching. They didn't just magical. All of a sudden, you coaching the fourth graders, and now you're the Lakers coach.
But
that's absurd. That's absurd.
He was a good pro. So you're in the system. You knows the system. Hey, and fearless. When JJ was playing, JJ was fearless.
Listen,
and
JJ at Duke was amazing.
JJ in Miami was amazing.
JJ in the NBA was a solid player.
Right.
But that's it.
So was Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr was a solid. Well, he was probably, yeah.
Exactly. He was less than a player.
But the only thing is, like I said, did you approve were you happy when Steve Kerr moved out Mark Jackson when that initially happened?
No, he didn't move him out. The ownership did.
The ownership did, but where you were like, yeah, that's a good one.
Well, Steve was my teammate, so I love Steve.
It worked out.
I grew up.
Good for you.
It worked out.
It didn't work out.
Hey, it was going to work out anyway.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I mean, we can say that now, but all the players that were there were people that Mark Jackson,
Isaiah too. The Knicks were all drafted by Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crawford, or Nate. He had some of the greatest drafts. It just didn't work for him. And I grew up with Mark Jackson. His father used to literally come pick me up from Brooklyn to go play out in Queens. And Mark used to be like, "Why are you wasting your time on this kid?" Mark used to wonder. He's in the project. Why did we drive here? Father, take us somewhere else. And it just didn't work for Mark. I saw his son not too long ago, but it didn't work for Mark. And they wanted somebody that they were able to identify with a little bit differently than Mark. And Steve was perfect for that.
Do you think it was Mark's religion that hurt him over there in that situation? Because
only Jesus knows.
That's what they say behind closed doors.
It was some things of, hey, Mark fought them on a lot of things, and Mark was right. Mark fought them for Steph Curry.
Right.
Fought them. Made sure that, hey, we're going to have the Splash Brothers. That's all under Mark. The bringing the idea and the mentality of the one breath and the lifted triangle was Steve Kerr. So it worked in their favor.
Steve Kerr did an amazing job. So I'm not going to fight that. But like I said, the fourth graders is tough.
Hey, well, these kids he's dealing with didn't go to college either. So it's like they're all fourth graders.
Hey. But do you think that he's done an amazing job so far?
I think he's really deserving of his extension, and my hat and my heart goes out to him losing everything in the fire. I think he's been under fire. He lost things in fire. It's just I think I like JJ. I think JJ is an unbelievable character. Great character.
See, you know him. I don't know him. The only thing that bothered me.
You didn't like him. He didn't like him from when they was talking about getting him. You didn't like him.
It didn't make a lot of sense to me.
In hindsight, Bronny James was a good pick.
Yes. No one believed me. I said it then too. I said, remember we talked about it? You can go check it.
Okay, what has he done so far? Maybe I don't know.
He sold enough jerseys.
What has he done?
Okay, he definitely sold enough jerseys. I'm just saying, for you to say that he was a good pick and a good contributor to the Lakers, I'm just curious. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm saying maybe it's something I missed.
He didn't cause a problem. you understand a lot of the situation is causing a problem. He didn't cause a problem. He literally is getting better and better every year. And then I bet you soon as Papa Bear steps off, the new eagle flies.
What I say about Bronny James is definitely an NBA athlete by far. I think he can. He has all the tools. I just want to see him put it together inside the game. That's it. I think he got all the tools.
I agree.
He has all the tools.
I think it was amazing that LeBron was able to work that out. I tell you, man, I'm a LeBron. It's really hard to say anything negative to me about LeBron. And one of my best friends, Dow Cohen, he is a Kobe lifer. And he's been a Laker lifer. He is not like LeBron is not in his, like he and his son. His sons are like me. Like Kobe was great. Magic was great. Kareem was great. Elgin Baylor was great. Jerry West was great. Jamal Wilkes was great. Worthy, Byron Scott. But that was then. The now, LeBron is the best thing in the world.
Who are the top 5 Lakers? Since you were a Laker.
Top 5 Lakers? Well, it's so funny, man. I talked to Coop the other day, Michael Cooper. He said, Sally's a substitute Laker.
You got a championship. You got to leave you alone.
I know. I said, come on, Coop. I wore the purple and gold. I'm going to go Magic, Kareem, Jerry West, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James.
Okay.
You think LeBron James is already a Laker legend?
Oh, no question. He's a legend no matter where he goes.
Yeah.
He's a legend no matter where he goes.
5 years?
No, he's been there like 8 years.
8 years? Okay, yeah. He's a legend.
Right, and the Lakers only win every 10 years. They only win a championship every 10 years.
So that bubble championship counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Played against NBA
You get
players.
a ring and a trophy for it.
Play against
You
NBA.
know how hard it was to play in a bubble?
I would assume. Hey, LeBron is my favorite player. I just have to ask the questions.
Oh, okay. Wait, did you? I meant to ask you about Puerto Rico. So the reason I didn't go back to Puerto Rico is the owner. They literally said we only want to hire Puerto Rican coaches.
They did?
Damn.
Yeah, not the owner of my squad.
Oh, okay.
He didn't want
Collectively
me back. Collectively as a league.
Okay.
They were like, we only want to hire, and I get it. I'm gonna tell you, and I learned a lot. Puerto Rican pride is amazing. It is.
We're prideful people.
It is amazing. And when I was in Puerto Rico, I don't want to be like Charles and say the big old women in San Antonio, but most of the pretty girls are in the Bronx and in Orlando. And they left the rest of them down there to milk the cows, brother. Milk the cows and pick the sugar cane. Because the Puerto Rican one, I was like, where's all that?
Y'all never lose focus around here.
Man, I called my wife. I told my wife, she was like, so you must be having a good time. I said, man, the pretty ones are still in the Bronx.
Like a country like Puerto Rico, if you're really pretty, somebody's gonna fly you out of there.
They were gone.
Yeah.
It was not saying I didn't see some pretty women. I did.
But the area you were in is not the metro area.
Right.
In defense of the beautiful Puerto Rican women that do exist that live in the island, usually they stay in the metro. Where you were at, you're more like, we call that rural area.
Yes, which I was wanting to see. You know, in America, the rule, you have an Annie Mae. You'll go and be like,
Annie Mae's still fine.
Yeah, I'll be like,
She don't even know she's fine.
Give her some jeans and a shower, and we got some.
That's just so funny.
Because smelling like pigsty. Yeah, but I love the island. And I was thinking, if it was anywhere I had to move into America, you said, well, you can move anywhere. I would move to Puerto Rico.
Yeah. And if you have a company, the tax benefits that just go your way because you're an American entity.
Which is a shame. that
Yeah,
Puerto
it's a
Rico
shame,
has.
but I'm
yeah.
going to use the loophole because
Yeah.
I've been away from America now like almost 10 years.
2,000 millionaires moved to Puerto Rico last year. 2,000.
I know Jake Paul moved over there.
Yeah, he got it laid too, bro.
House is great.
Yeah, he got it laid. But you know what? I don't want that kind of security. I don't want you know what Mike Tyson said? 50 Cent said when he bought Mike Tyson's house, he said he had to wear a robe. He couldn't walk around his house with the robe open because he had employees.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you go to AD's house and, you know, the girls walking around in those outfits.
I wish. I will. John, you know what? I've never heard you answer this particular question, so I'm so curious because you played for probably, to me, the two top best coaches of all time. And probably, I would say three because one was your general manager at the time, Pat Riley, because you played for Miami too.
No, he left.
He was gone by then.
He left. He got there that summer.
Okay, he got there that summer. So who are John Salley top 5 coaches?
Chuck Daly, Phil Jackson, top 5.
Top 5.
Nelly, when he was running Golden State.
Right.
Rick Carlisle. And Lenny Wilkins.
Another legend.
Somebody was like, what are you talking about? I was like, only, and they're going to say, why you only mention one black guy? Because they don't like a lot of black coaches. It's because I played for 2 of them. I watched Lenny, how he worked with players, Lenny Wilkins, that is. And I know how Nelly was with players, and he was the reason for the European invasion of the NBA.
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely true. Who was the left-hander there? The guy?
Sabonis?
No, the left-hander from Golden State. That was just a monster.
Starts with an M.
Yeah, what's his name?
Marshalonis?
He was a monster.
He was unbelievable.
He was a monster.
But the real gangster was Petrovic playing in New Jersey. He wound up dying in a car accident.
Yeah.
He was giving everybody numbers. He was giving Michael Jordan numbers, not realizing what was happening. He was just happy that a shot was going in.
Right.
I was like, no, you're destroying it.
Right.
And he was. I love the European explosion in the NBA. That's why, like, when I watch Joker now, I remember saying that Ja Morant was going to be the face of the NBA, and for a second he was.
He was. Absolutely. He was on his way.
And then he, shot himself in the foot. Funny's funny, Ja. That was funny. But Joker and Luka, and I still love Giannis. Like when I watch The Greek Freak.
Oh yeah.
So this is something I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because me personally, if I were to draft somebody, I'd rather get the Greek Freak than Joker.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that
And
too.
To me, it's a little ridiculous the amount of MVPs Jokic has. He's great, but he's getting into a certain air that I don't think he belongs in my opinion. I don't think he's top 10.
Oh my goodness.
He's top 10 centers.
No. Players of all time.
Oh no, he's
They're
not
trying
top,
to put him at top 10 player of all time.
I can't
don't
put him
agree
in
with
top.
that.
You gonna put him top 10, John?
How many MVPs does he have?
I think 2.
No. He
He
has
can't
3.
have 3.
He has 3.
3, and then he has 1 championship.
Yeah.
Dude, he is an unbelievable specimen on the court. And it's so funny when I see them in high school. I see like all of these guys in high school and they were playing in the AAU and he was over here playing. And guys were like, oh, yeah, he's
I saw
good.
Carl Anthony Towns dunk on him real bad.
Yeah. You know what he would say? Oh, that's 2 points. Oh, 2 points. Okay, you got me.
But don't you think your center should protect the basket, John?
Back in the day when we were allowed to play 2-3 zone, you have a center protect the basket. But now you got centers going out shooting threes from the corner and from the wing. So it's a different run. And it's so funny when you brought up Ja, they're going to change the offense to no pick and rolls. So they're going to run, what are they going to run? A freestyle, freelance?
So Miami right now, because that's why you mentioned Miami, is running a new offense that has no high screen and rolls. And right now they're the highest scoring team in the league.
Yep.
So they're essentially saying that they're running no plays.
And when they were on Morant's team, they were scoring more points and more individuals were getting the ball. Morant wasn't a particular fan of it, but they just said it kind of spread the ball out a little bit.
Yeah, and they got to play who's in a gambling fiasco scandal. I got to see the offense. I tell you this, I'm gonna go back. Why they got upset with with Morant for saying talk to a coach was crazy. The fact that they're going to trade him should be good for him financially, being in Miami and being in a Florida space. He has to have the ball in his hands. You got Hero down there, and you have Bam. You got guys who, when you come in, he got to fit into the system, as opposed to being in Memphis where he is the system.
You don't think if you go to Miami, he the system? Because a lot of those players depend on, they're not creating by themselves, really.
That's another problem.
Like, you don't have to create nothing for Bam. Bam is going to go out there and get his money.
But that's what I mean, though. So Bam is an Olympian champion. Bam is dating the best female basketball player since Cheryl Miller. You know what I'm saying? No. Candace was. He's dating one of the greatest that play in the WNBA. You establish yourself in Miami. But you remember when Alonzo Mourning went there, it wasn't his team. It was D. Wade's team. And he was able to deal with that. And then they brought Shaq in, and he had to step back again and kept stepping back. But, Miami still employs him, for stepping back. I just know when Jimmy Buckets left last year, I don't know where Miami is. I don't know where their mentality is.
Yeah.
So I think it's great to go to Miami. It was one of my favorite moves in the world. I didn't like certain people in the media down there, but it's good for you if you know how to take care of yourself.
So we never got to talk about the Luka trade and him being sent overnight. Do you think the NBA made that judgment call, let's send him to a big market, or is it the new CBA that the contracts are just so enormous that teams are I'd rather just trade them?
They had to trade him. He wasn't taking care of himself. It's a place in Texas where you don't have to take care of yourself, where you can go get a brisket at 4:00 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Everything is big in Vegas, including his belly. And
you mean Texas, right?
In Texas,
okay.
And Luka in Texas. So him coming here because he had so much promise, and with that kind of promise, you got to win a championship, and they didn't feel that was going to be what happened in Dallas.
But they came close. That last year, didn't they? They went to the finals.
They went to the finals. Celtics beat them handedly.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he came back in the same shape. And so you see the change now. You see how he's in shape now. He needed to. I'm sad for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm sad for him because I'm only sad for him because he believed that they were family. And I tell all these players, and I look you in the camera, you are at work. And like the NFL stands for not for long, and no effing loyalty, understand that the NBA stands for no black ass. It's the same. Guys get there and they get comfortable thinking they're a part of the organization, no, you're only in the organization until you're not. So not gonna say one of my favorite people, but one of the scouts in Detroit, I wasn't a fan of his. He wasn't a fan of mine. I tried to be nice as a rookie. I was like, hey, where you been? He said, looking for your replacement. And I took offense to it, didn't say anything to him, but I understood what he meant. I was like, okay, all right, good. So you're constantly looking get somebody to replace me in this situation. Because one monkey don't stop no show. Yeah. I said it ebonically, and I didn't say I was a monkey. Don't do that. It's the name of a movie, name of a play. And what it is next man up. Yeah. Next man up. Yeah. So I had to learn that when I got traded. Dennis Rodman was so upset when I got traded, AD, Alejandro. He was crying like he was pissed to the point where, I didn't call anybody. I just did an interview in my house, and I couldn't believe I was leaving this mansion. I was no longer going to be in this city. And the next day, I had to fly to Miami, and I was like, I have to pack. Wow. And I fly to Miami. It's a month after Hurricane Andrew. A month. So it'd be like right now, you trade me to Jamaica.
Yeah, God.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Miami looked like. Yeah. And I would like to get south, we had to take helicopters.
Damn.
So it was bad. And I get traded out of my comfort zone with people that I think of my family that I won 2 championships with. Right. I got billboards. I got basketball camps, nightclubs. I'm living it till I realize you're only here for a minute. Right. And then when I get down, it just, I come back to play. First time I'm coming back to play, and they do the standing ovation and people are clapping and all that stuff. I'm starting, and I'm on Miami, and I'm starting. I was like, all right, this is great. And Dennis Rodman walked up to me. He's not going to like this. Well, he might not remember. He said, I'm not going to guard you. I said, what? He said, when you get the ball, just go to the basket. I'm not playing defense on you. At 27. I would have had 40, but they switched somebody on me in time when they realized
he's not playing.
He's not guarding them. I catch the ball, Dennis go like this, and I just go around. I was dunking, I was laying it up. And they were like, yo, what's happening here? He can score, but he ain't that good. I was like, God, keep Dennis on me. I'm going to get 40 tonight. So, yeah, it was. Then Dennis realized, he said, this is not a family. This is a business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to learn that. And you got to adapt very quickly.
What's your best Chuck Daly story? Because we don't hear too much about Chuck, but Chuck is probably one of the best coaches ever.
God rest his soul. I told this story. So one day, it's a big game. We're playing against Pat Riley's down there. And Chuck got on a new suit, and his side slits is a slit, like right up the side of his pants. There's a slit.
Okay.
And I look, and I'm stretching, and I go, what's that? He goes, it makes my pant fall flush on my shoe. So look, he stands, and now because of that slit on the side, his pant falls a certain way, and he goes, look at the handkerchief. Yeah. He said, now look at the socks. He said, Pat Riley just wears jackets. Can't dress. He goes, he can't dress. He's not doing any of this, Sally. He's not doing it. He can't compete with me. And I was like, wow. And then he goes, you ready? Look inside the tie. Same color in the tie, in the pinstripe on my suit.
That's dope.
And then he walk away. He come back and he wink. He goes, I'm killing him today.
That just goes to show you it's always competition within the competition.
His hair was cut perfect. And he was like, because Pat Riley down there, everybody talking about how great he dressed. Right. He was like, he has on the same shoes and slacks, shirt, and tie. He just changes his jacket. He changes his jacket and his tie. And I look, I'm like, he does. He just got on a white shirt, black pants, black shoes, 2 different. things, but he was so cool with his hair slicked back, and he just, and he was winning, and he was just cool.
Yeah.
Chuck Daly was like, can't compete.
Who was the best dressed player back then?
Besides myself?
Yeah, beside John Salley.
Kevin Willis is going to want me to say Kevin Willis, but I'm going to say in the 7-footers, Kevin Willis was a really good dresser because he wore a size 12 shoe. Now to be 7 foot,
that's odd.
That's weird.
Odd.
Yeah,
How was his balance?
It didn't look. It looked like he was walking on like he was a pirate walking on. You look down, and we were still wearing baggy pants. Did he have on shoes? Like, where are your feet? Little baby feet. Who would I say? I don't know, man. I remember they put Isaiah on the cover of the magazine, but that's because he was Isaiah, not because he was that bomb. Vinnie Johnson.
Vinnie Johnson was a great dresser.
Vinnie Johnson was probably the best dressed player in the NBA, and I don't even know if they knew. He was doing Brioni type stuff before they knew what it was. He was wearing Piaget watches before they knew Piaget. He was wearing APs, and everybody else had Rolexes and Rolex chains. Mm-hmm. He have on a watch right now. It's probably worth $200.
The one thing I heard about Vinnie Johnson, which I was really surprised about and I'm happy to hear, is that I heard he's done really well off the court.
Yeah. The Piston Group makes all the plastic pieces that go in cars.
Yeah.
And it's a $300 million company.
Yeah.
And he told me, he said, Sal, last time I talked to him, saw him in person, we got a group chat, is when they did the 20 for 20 Bad Boys thing. I said, Vinny, what's up, man? I'm running a company, bro, $300 million company. I said, word?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, once again, Sal, not paying attention. And I go, I don't count pockets. I don't look at anybody's pockets.
Right.
I was like, that's dope. This is what really, so we win the championship, and everybody was trying to get to everybody to be in business. My brother, Ron, he's the greatest, brings me a company that makes screws and bolts. The little screws and bolts and zin, zin, zin. Who knew that the world was going to go to plastic? That was metal and screws and bolts. They still have them on.
Right.
But what Vinny's company does is, when you have a Toyota or a Ford, any American-made car,
right,
and you unscrew, and it's plastic. There's plastic clips and plastic paneling.
Right.
That's Vinny's company.
Oh, wow.
On every car.
Good for Vinny.
Yeah, that's dope. That is dope. And then the owner used to own Vanguard, which made every windshield. So, God, he's a great guy. He deserves it.
So, what do you think in the last 7 years? I think we had a different champion.
I think it's good for the NBA.
It's good for the NBA?
Yeah, parity. You have parity. Like, Dallas was playing.
Like in the 70s, it was like a different champion. But the NBA grew massive with Magic Johnson and
Larry
Bird. They started winning dynasties, which is better for but right now is.
No, the Celtics was always a dynasty. The Celtics had beat the Lakers 10 times straight to win a championship. And then Philadelphia came in.
Yeah.
So then when David Stern comes in 1984 with Michael Jordan, they changed the lead. Then Houston wins the championship. Then Phoenix was a better team. Sacramento, the Sonics were now racing to get back. Portland Trail Blazers were on their hustle to get back to being champions. So now it made parity in the NBA. And I think it's better to have parity in the NBA than to only have two teams that are going to make a difference.
Not to switch topics, but we didn't get a chance to speak to you. What was your thoughts on the Diddy trial and the time that they actually gave him, 50 months?
I think they only gave him time because they spent so much money. I don't think it made any sense. And this is why.
Yeah.
They gave him time for flying girls in. He got 50 months to have broads flued out.
It's
If you
crazy.
think about it, right? They got him on
the Mann Act,
which is funny.
which is probably
Because prostitution across state lines. So what they were saying is, if you fly a girl in and she still got energy and you want to go to sleep and you give her $5,000 to go to the mall, you just committed prostitution.
Yeah.
I know everyone's going to be, he's a monster. Y'all don't know him. So stop saying he's a monster.
Yeah.
Okay? If he's a monster, then all the rest of the guys better line up and turn themselves in. It's the way, not saying he didn't do bad things. I don't know. I wasn't there. I've heard. But I also did hear woman number 2 saying she did 3 people to appease him and that he was still paying her rent at $10,000 a month. And she was, at that time, still living off of him.
All day.
And he got 50 months.
Which is crazy.
For taking care of a broad.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I just think what he got convicted for, I think they had to do something. They couldn't OJ the Simpson and then be totally acquitted. It would have made the prosecution. It was dumb for the prosecution to bring him up in the first place. But when they send those alphabet guys into his house, I think they got what they were looking for. Now they had to play it up by the rest of the stuff. Because if they got film, they don't use film. If they got recordings that they wanted, then that made up for that amount of time.
All right. They said basically for what he was convicted of, no one that was ever convicted of those particular charges have ever done more than 15 months.
And he
Out of
already
the
did that.
800 situations in our history in the court cases, no one got over 15 months.
I'm surprised Johnson & Johnson didn't sue somebody. Because now when you're saying baby oil, you ain't thinking about no babies.
Yeah.
You know, I really feel, and I say this all the time, I just did not like the way it went about and how they was going, and when they put people on the set, on the stage, and them showing the video of him dragging an old girl down the hall. That was horrible.
Absolutely.
But you know, they're past now, but my parents used to have knockdown, drag-out fights. And my father was 6'7" and 250, and my mother was 5'3", 5'4", and she was jumping up and hitting them all kind of sides of the eye. Not saying it was right. I'm not saying it was right. But people have different relationships that they want to and they allow. And when the court gets involved too much, I know this people are going to hate how I'm saying this, but people have different relationships. They have different relationships. I had a frat brother, him and his girl used to fight. He knew they were about to have sex, so she would come in and say something and swing on him, and that's how they got into it.
I've been in those relationships where you fight and then you have sex.
Yeah.
And, the sex is pretty good.
Yeah, well, you are.
The physical ones?
No, not physical, but arguments.
Can I be prejudiced for a second? Well, you are Puerto Rican. No, the deal is what I mean, right? Because what they would say, one of my daughter's mothers is Spanish, and two of them are. But this one would say, I'm spicy. I'm Spanish. I'm Latin. And I was like,
Caliente.
Yeah, that don't give you the right to swing on me because I'm going to parry it and then catch you and throw you back down.
Right.
Like, no. So it's I just think it's unfortunate for him everybody had go through all of that and spent all of that money on a situation of he breaks up with people and he cuts off the water. Yeah. And I don't think that was cool. And I really didn't appreciate seeing him drag her down the hall and her trying to leave and go and dress like that. And I didn't appreciate seeing that either. But they're going to keep showing it. They were going to keep showing it. They were going to keep showing it.
Yeah, no, they were trying to change our perception of him.
Yeah. Hey, like the Richard
So
Pryor.
whatever Yeah, so whatever happened to him, it's okay because he did this.
Look what he did. He did this right here. This is the one we have.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor said one time he jumped in the fight with his mother and father was fighting. He jumped in the fight, and his mother started helping the father beat on him. He was like, "That's my mother. That's my bitch, motherfucker." I know that I'm not making light anybody out there. I'm not making light, but everybody's relationship is different, and everybody has a situation, and it doesn't need national exposure. If they wanted to get him for domestic violence, get him for that.
How you feel about Shai?
Shai?
Yeah.
I love his game. I know what I even like even better? His dad. I like how his dad put him in positions. I like how his woman kept pushing him. Know what also I like? I like when Shai is getting an interview, he makes his teammates come around him to be in the interview. I like that he gave all of his teammates Rolexes. I like that he is thinking team, and it shows that team, like they changed the mentality of that 1-2 punch. You got to have a team to win. And I love that about him. I love the mid-range game. That brings back some of the old mentality of playing. Adrian Dantley. Shoot, I can name thousands of players who had that mid-range game that I really like.
Now, would you say he's better than Allen Iverson?
What?
Shai, or no? Like as a better player.
Better player than Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Are you okay?
I'm just asking.
Are you on drugs?
Because he's about to average 4 straight years at 30 points or more. He's won a championship. He's won an MVP. He's still young. He still has maybe 10 more years to his career. He can keep piling up the stats.
This is what he does to me all the time. Because when you say Allen Iverson, you're like, there's no way anybody's...
He's 6'6", a better defender, and shoots a better percentage.
Yeah. Yeah, when he says all that.
Okay, so who's better, Muhammad Ali or Sugar Ray Leonard?
Shit.
Who's better, Tommy Hearns or Mayweather? Who's better, Marvin Hagler or Crawford? See what happens? You can't match them. And the reason I say you can't match older and younger, who's better, who's the greater, and all that, because it's all different situations. Head Up at the time in prime with the rules we had and were allowed to do would be different with a player now and what's allowed. I tell you right now, I heard something yesterday that which really made me think. So Tom Brady has 7 championships, tons of MVPs, and they're calling him the GOAT. But then Lawrence Taylor said, I think Joe Montana's the GOAT because we used to be allowed to hit people, and he would just keep getting back up and keep getting back up in a midst of when guys were gouging eyes and playing like it was rugby. It's different eras have greatness, and then this era has this greatness. I do think I watch Shai play, and I think it's amazing what he does. I think he knows. He's just like Bernard King. So my favorite player was Bernard King. It was really Albert King, his brother, but I really like Bernard too. Bernard tells where he knew he was going to score the ball. And he would get to the point, and if he got to that point and got the ball above his head, you was not stopping him. It's kind of like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is my height. So when he shoots, is up here. So that's 9'9". Mm-hmm. You're not blocking that. Not unless you jumped 5 minutes before he jumped and you up there waiting, you're not going to block that shot. So I like his game, but Allen Iverson is an anomaly. It is one of the most amazing players you would ever see, and he's 6'1". Yeah, it is amazing. I'm telling you, it's just different times. But you almost made me lose it.
Because that's the thing. I don't see Shai like that yet as an all timer. Like he definitely Hall of Fame at this point, what he's accomplished. But his last playoff run, if you look at the 30-point games he was having, it was Michael Jordan-esque. Like he's the only player near him. And
and it's funny. He doesn't miss. Like when he gets the ball, we need this. He gives it to you.
Is that his jump shot is not that pretty. He's not super flashy off the screen. So that's why I don't think people see him like that.
You ever see those girls who aren't the prettiest girls walking around with 5 kids? Something in there is good. You ain't got to be the prettiest. You ain't got to be, the shot ain't got to be the prettiest, but something down there is really making you lose it.
Oh, this is a good one for you, John.
Yeah.
Joel
Embiid.
Yeah, Embiid. How do you feel like what's going like?
Is he done?
Is it over?
You know,
I mean, because they just had a double overtime game, which really messed me up. And, because he gave me the stats on it, he only played 23 minutes. Double overtime. 23 minutes.
Okay. One, they have a couple of new players that are really doing well.
Yes.
He's coming off of an injury from last season. It is, the older you get, the harder it gets.
How old is he?
He's like 32.
The older, he's 10 years in the league.
So Michael Jordan, back in the day, you used to say you reach your prime at 29. I don't know what they consider it now, but players were definitely older back then. What do you think it is now?
How old is he now?
He's 31. He's going to be 32 in March.
I just think, I asked this question, why is it, who taught him that it was okay to be on the floor so much? You'll see him do something and then he'll be on the floor. And he's too big of a body to hit the ground. Anthony, Cat, right? Anthony,
Karl Anthony Towns.
Same thing. They hit the ground too much. I don't think that's good for your body. I just don't. And I don't think it's good for those big bodies doing because it looks like it's really out of balance. And, one season he was MVP. He was unstoppable. But I think over time, it's hard to get the body to heal. It's hard to play basketball anyway. You run fast, you stop, you turn, you bump into somebody, you jump, you get down, it's a lot of wear and tear on the body and mentally.
So is it over?
First time I retired, I was 32, and I came back at 35, and I retired at 36. And I only retired because if Phil would have given me a job, I would have played till I was 40.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because big men usually don't. Back when I played, all you had to do was get up and down court when you got there and sit on the post, and they run games around you. But now you got to play like a guard, so it's different. Yeah.
So what are your championship predictions this season?
Oh, that's a good one.
Los Angeles Lakers out of the West. No, let me go back. There's going to be a situation with San Antonio, Dallas. No. Yeah, because Kyrie comes back this season, right?
Yeah. But right now they're 2-5, I think.
And don't forget about Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma. So the West is going to be unbelievable. We used to have these big power things. I think the Knicks are going to win a championship finally in 2026. Okay. Well,
Brunson got to give up the ball. We got to get scoring.
It's the beginning of November. Let's have a conversation in May.
What's their record right now in New York?
Let's find out what happens in May.
And I don't want to be that guy, but Hugh Brown, he's a good coach. I don't know if he's a championship coach.
You didn't know that about the coach of OKC, that you don't even know his name.
I don't know his name, but I don't have 10 years of proof of
You don't have
Brown-
10 years. You don't have 10 years of proof on that coach either.
Hugh Brown has been coaching since 2003. At least when he was coaching the Cleveland Cavaliers, he never took him to the promised land.
Michael Brown.
Mike Brown, Mike Brown.
Yeah. So think of what Mike Brown had to go through. Right? He had a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
He had
LeBron,
a brand new LeBron.
Yeah.
And then, they tell that story. I remember Matt Barnes is telling that story, how guys would just check themselves in the game, and because he's a nice guy, and guys were just doing craziness and running over him when he was in the Lakers. That's because he didn't have any security to tell those guys they couldn't do it. The ownership wasn't behind him, not just him, because I would have called a timeout and threw him out of the game. Right?
Oh,
but they got to win.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, what are you doing? I'm checking myself in. I've been like, timeout. Security.
Yeah.
Escort this man and this man into the locker room. And I would have sat back and watched them escort it like that. Man, this dude tried that with me in Puerto Rico. And I got up and I said, what are you doing, dog? He's man. I said, motherfucker, I don't know what you into. I ain't that cat.
Was he a Puerto Rican player?
No, go sit back down. Don't do that. I was going to put him in, but I don't need you to. No, don't do that.
Now he can't play.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like, you're the reason I'm the coach and you're the player. Let me do my job, and you get out there and do yours.
Okay. So the Knicks are 2-3 right now, have lost 3 straight, but it's only been 5-6 games. Chicago is undefeated, though.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it's going to be the Knicks in the finals. I'm telling you.
The Knicks?
Against
New
who?
York Knicks. Well, if OKC, it might be against Denver.
Denver? Nah, Denver not getting out the West. It's too much heat.
We'll see. Hey, so it's the beginning of November, people. I say the Knicks in the finals, and OKC or the Lakers. One of those two. It's 3. It can be Denver. I'll come back and we'll see midway through.
Okay.
Let's have the conversation.
Okay.
But I think the Knicks win the NBA championship 2026.
Who's the other strong teams in the East?
In the East, the thing is, Boston is out because of Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
He might come back early, but
The Pacers.
the Pacers gone because of Halliburton.
Halliburton's not there.
Yeah. So we have Milwaukee.
I like Milwaukee.
You only like for one player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Giannis, that's it.
I'm just.
And they got rid of
They got rid of
of
their center,
I'm
which
not
was
gonna-
crazy
Hey,
to me.
man, I'm not gonna. The Knicks might make the. Now that I'm looking at the East,
Yeah, John no more.
is Milwaukee. I don't trust the 76ers and Cleveland. Do you trust the Cavaliers? I don't trust the Cavaliers.
They were playing right, and there's
Cavaliers,
nothing.
that's
And
really,
if they
They
trade,
blew it last year.
and Miami doesn't have enough firepower, is why they're going to get Atlanta. Atlanta's still going to be Atlanta.
Detroit is too young, even though Kate Cunningham is really good.
Yeah, Detroit should really be in there. They got great talent, but I just think from what happened, what I saw last year, maybe. And now there's another thing too. I would have never fired the coach in New York.
ever.
And when they came back and said, well, he's only playing 8 players. And then I would say, so is everyone else.
So is everyone else that wins.
Yeah. So is everyone else.
JJ sticks to a 5-man rotation.
I'm just saying, man. That's
Oh, yeah. That did hurt him. Yeah, they kept talking about him about that.
I'm just saying, I've been in championship where we only had a 9-man rotation. And it was an 8-man rotation, and I happened to be lucky enough to be in the rotation. So it was 3 guards. It was Isaiah, Joe, and Vinny. And then it was Dennis, period. And then it was me, Mark Aguirre, and that was it. It was me, Mark Aguirre, and Vinny Johnson. And that was the change. But I was going in for Bill or Buddha, and maybe give Dennis a rest for a minute, and he would be able to play all three positions, and then it was those three. So I won 2 championships with 8 guys.
I never asked you this, and I don't know if this is too controversial, but you let me know. What was the reason why they removed Adrian Dantley from that team?
Mark Aguirre said he was better. No, he had a choice.
He was at Dallas at the time.
Yeah, he was a star at Dallas too, first pick.
Yeah, no, he was nice for sure.
I understand it, and I watched it. I didn't know what it was. I just saw Chuck go and sit down and was talking to AD on the side, and we wasn't practicing. And I just keep shooting around foul shots, and he was sitting around talking to AD. And then we got up, and AD was traded. So they went. I think they had a conversation where he said, "We got to start Dennis. We can't bring Dennis off the bench for Rick. We need Dennis to start the game, and we need you to come off the bench." And AD was like, "Nah." And it was like, "Well, that's what we need." He goes, "Well, you're going to have to move me because I don't come off the bench." Now, AD, rightfully so, 2-time leading scorer in the NBA, great scorer and all that. Him coming off the bench wasn't beneficial for his career. And if we give you this, and I know who it is. Who was the quarterback before Tom Brady took over?
Drew Bledsoe?
Yeah, Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe was a better quarterback, but he got hurt. And then Brady came in, and Brady never got unhurt. And then Drew went to Buffalo. But he won a champion. He got a championship ring, but it wasn't good for his career that he wasn't the starting quarterback when it happened. Same thing in this. So Mark Aguirre comes in because he understood the assignment. Dennis is going to start. You're going to come in, and we're going to move Dennis to power forward, and that's how we're going to run this rotation. But we're going to start it this way, and then you're going to come right in 3-4 minutes to figure out how to warm yourself up. And he was like, "Yes, sir." And then they came over to me and said, your ankle hurt, right? And I said, "No, I'm okay." He goes, "How bad does it hurt?" And I said, "Chuck, no, I'm good." You know, the trainer did something. He said, "Yeah, you need about 2 weeks on that." And I go, 14 days? Yeah, maybe 21. Because you got a stress fracture, right? I said, "Yes, I have a stress fracture." My name is Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht. And I was like, okay. So when I go home, I tell my brother what happened. I said, they put me on injured reserve for 2 cycles. And he goes, "What?" And I hadn't gotten traded. And I was like, because Mark had to have more playing time. I was like, okay. And we went straight to Powerhouse Gym every morning. My brother he was like, "When you get back in 2 weeks, you're going to have more muscles than you had 2 weeks earlier." And I thank him for that. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "We can get you in the gym." And he was like, because when you come back in, you got to come back on fire. You can't come back needing another 2 weeks to catch up. You need to fit into what they're doing. And then I got better. So it's what's best for the team. And what was best for the team was somebody who was willing to come off the bench and do whatever was necessary or what was asked for him. That's all.
Will there ever be another player like Dennis Rodman?
Never. Not unless, we open up the portal and let more of those aliens or whatever planet he's in. There's never going to be another player like Dennis Rodman. Never.
I feel like Draymond Green is somewhat
Nowhere
close.
close.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's the best defender in his generation, Draymond Green, no?
No.
No, Dennis Rodman was sliding on point guards.
Dennis Rodman is the best defender, outthinker, rebounder.
Yeah.
You get 20 points, he gets 20 rebounds. Guaranteed rebounds. Guaranteed to shut down. The only person he could not shut down was Kemp. That's the only player that's ever, to me, well, Karl Malone was tough on him too, but Akeem was Rain Man. Rain Man was unbelievable. And Dennis didn't have a lot for him.
Who are some of the players that you found it impossible to guard?
Kevin McHale, Akeem Olajuwon, Karl Malone, Akeem Olajuwon again. Akeem Olajuwon, man, I'm gonna tell you. You know, usually a guy goes up and posts up like this.
Right.
So I'm a defender. So I watch film where you catch the ball. I watch where you catch the ball. I know what move you're only going to do you're going to do 4 moves. You don't have time to think. And when you come down and you look like this and the guy is where he is and you feel and you see this hand up, you know to turn to your right because he can't defend you quick enough. When Raheem would come down and post up, as soon as he hit you with his back, it felt like he hit you with a wall. And you would go back and he would get the ball, and by the time you was straightening back up, he was going around you. It was the hardest thing in the world. So you come down and you hit him and he turn around and look at you with them red eyes and you were like, oh no. Oh, he's gonna eat me. Like, what's happening? But it was just the hardest person to play. And then the other hardest person was Kevin McHale. Kevin McHale would come down, put his leg behind yours, and then as you're adjusting, he'd move you. Because, you know, he put his leg behind you and act like he was, and you're trying to get behind him. As soon as you lift one leg, you're off balance. He'd move you out the way, catch the ball, lay it in. He'd pump. He'd come under your arm like this. You'd foul him. He'd hear the whistle. He'd finish it. It'd be an N1. It was tough, man. Tough guy to play.
John, you played with
Larry Bird.
Isaiah Thomas.
Is the other hardest.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. What was the best performance that you witnessed and played with? What was that where you was just like, ain't nobody, this is amazing?
Man, I saw Isaiah put us on his back.
Is that the one when he got to steal from Larry Bird?
No, Larry Bird stole from him.
No, the one that he got injured at the end. He was injured.
Yeah, oh no,
Yeah.
Against the Lakers,
that is Larry Bird did steal it from him.
Yeah.
Against the Lakers when he had 41 on one ankle, and he was limping. I have never, and I'm sitting next to him, so you know I'm like this. When he gets, they go move, and he hops over and they put him on the bench, and Chuck is trying to keep us focused over here. And Mike Abdenau is talking to him, and I'm like, I got the best view in the world. And I'm looking at him, and Isaiah goes, and he's like this, and Mike's trying to touch. He's like, oh, and he's going back and forth, and he sits up, and he goes, can he go? He goes, all right, hold on, and Isaiah goes like this. He gets up, and he goes, all right, I'm ready to go. And Chuck put him in the game. I'm telling you, I was like. So this is what people don't know. We lose that game because they cheat us. We get cheated.
Allegedly.
We get cheated. You can look and see if this is a foul on Bill Laimbeer. The referee didn't even blow the whistle. When he realized Kareem shot an air ball, we had the rebound. He called and said it was a foul. It was a phantom foul. It was a huge switch in the game. We get in the locker room. And I had already snatched the hat. I tried to get a banner. I tried to get a T-shirt, that said Pistons 88. They got to rush it out of the locker room. But I'm so pissed. I run to the locker room like I want to curse, but I'll never let you see my emotion. I run, and I see them coming out. I snatch the hat. I try to get a shirt. They go, you can't do it. Shut up, man. And I get in the locker, and I'm sitting there. By the time they get in the locker room, I have on a towel. I had snatched everything off. I'm on fire. I want to take a shower. I want to get out of there. I do not want to hear them being happy there's a game 7. And Isaiah's sitting there, and his ankle is now this big, man. And come on. It's this big. It's broken. It's swollen. It's whatever. And we got a game 7. And they had a thing called a boot. Fill up cold water and tons of pressure. He had to lift it. They doing all kind of thing. I saw a couple of witch doctors from the from the reservation. The natives are doing all kind of things. And he's not going to play in Game 7. But I watched he's sitting next to me, and he wore low tops, and I watched his ankles swell up, and then they had to cut the tape off. It was this big. It didn't look real. So that's my impression of a guy who gave it all was Isaiah Thomas in that game.
All right. I have fouled, Kareem.
I was there. If you want to know, I got to get out of here. But let me tell you something. They won Game 7, and they wouldn't let our plane leave, right? So we had to stay the night. And the cheering and the horns from people outside of a hotel. And then I wanted to go down to the lobby, and the lobby was popping with all this purple and gold. I was sick. I was just sitting in the window. Like, I wanted to, I'm telling you, if I had a rifle, everybody would have been shot. I wanted everybody gone. And I'm sitting there. I'm not even hungry. I'm just wanting to get out of there and get on the plane and go home. And they wouldn't let our plane leave. We had to stay here and listen to them celebrate. I never forgot that feeling. So we got on the plane. Isaiah's on crutches and all. And he says, all we got to do is win home court advantage, and they can't beat us. And we won 63 games. Like, our mentality, I don't know. I think everybody took a week off, maybe 9 days. And we were right back in the gym. And that's late June. And I couldn't think about anything else but winning. Well, there was a lot of broads that summer. But, that was it.
So the best damn sports show is returned. Darn, my bad.
DARN. Best Darn Sports Show. It's on a great network called the One American News Network, OAN. It's a weekly show right now, and then it'll become a daily show, and then I'll come in here and hire you two guys to we'll move TFO, we'll merge somehow. But then I was doing my John Salley podcast, but right now it's just focused on the Best Darn Sports Show. There's no other word after it, hosted by me. I go to San Diego weekly, shooting studio. I'm building a studio here.
Have they started releasing episodes?
Yeah, it came on Saturday nights at 10 and 1. And then we'll figure out the sweet spot. This week I'm interviewing Roger Clemens.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I love Rocket is a good dude to me. So, and I was holding up. You know what's crazy is I go to this event and I see my man David Justice, and I know David, I know his wife, probably one of the longest, oldest thing, but he had said some things about Halle Berry.
Yeah, he just said it recently.
And, he's being honest.
Yeah.
And, man, we look at it as, to me, that's good TV, right? It's good when you got, but he's like, can't do it, Sal. I was like, come on, man, you're right there. We just won't talk about her. He's like, can't do it, Sal. Can't do any more interviews, man. You never know how, because it's going to hurt his brand. So I'm sad that he told
Did it hurt his brand?
Yeah.
It did? He's put his name out there. I haven't heard of David Justice in a while.
Yeah,
exactly.
I didn't even know.
And when you do, it's connected to her. That's the problem. It should not been connected to her. It should have been on something. He's a 2-time world champion.
Do you think if he wouldn't have addressed her or addressed those issues, it would have had the same effect?
If he didn't address her issues, no one would have ever, it wouldn't have gone viral.
No, that's true too.
Right? And so that's
true too.
Yeah. She's still, the second American beauty. Jay-Z is saying, don't go Eric Benet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that hurts. That hurts, man. So that's that.
And then probably my last question of the day, out of all the championships you done won, because you've won quite a few, who had the best celebration? What was the best party? Like, who put on the show? Because we know you can enjoy a party. You like parties. Like, which one were you like, it was just crazy?
Here it was young and everybody was happy we did it. Chicago was already, all downtown was already shut off before we played the game. They shut the city down, and this is game 6. And not that it was rigged or nothing. It was Father's Day, and there was no way MJ was losing at home.
Yeah.
But the best party and the best parade, that Chicago parade, they took over the whole park. And, it's the greatest of all time is right there, and I'm like, I am on stage. Like, this is really happening. My favorite was 1989 and was really 1990.
Okay.
Was my favorite because I had a broom. No, 1989, I had a broom and I was on the float going down Woodward, and I was throwing a party at the State Theater, and all of the advertisement was happening while I was on the float. And this is the saddest day too. It's the greatest parade. My mom's had been on the radio that morning embarrassing me. It was a Thursday night. We get downtown, we get on the float, it's just popping. And then we got to go back to the Palace of Auburn Hills. So we get in there, and then the bus is sitting there, and Jack McCluskey is on the phone. This is when the phone was like this, too. He's on the phone, and we're not moving, and then he's off the bus, and then he's back on the bus. He's all right, let's go, and he closes the phone. And everybody's like, it's buzzing, and he's like, and no one knows why, and because there's no social media. And we get back to the Palace, and everybody in the locker room. We get in the locker room, and they have everything lined up. They go, you got to sign all this stuff. I'm like, what? And we're getting up there and just going to rotate it around, like sign every piece. And it's way more stuff than I'm ever used to signing. And now somebody was like, we need this stuff. We sign it. And we go back out, and we're on stage, and Rick Mahorn is on it. And then they bring us back in the locker room to tell us Rick had been traded to Minnesota.
Wow.
When we were on the bus, he got traded. But no one had the news to say it. So it was the most unbelievable day, and it ended with the baddest of the bad boys getting traded.
Yeah.
It was shitty business. But it was business. I was like, why'd they trade Rick, Isaiah? He said, you got better. And I was like, oh, okay. He said, you got better. He said, if you wouldn't have gotten any better, that's the way he said, the way you got to look at it. So I still love Rick to this day, man. Rick is I have 3 older brothers, but I really have 4 because Rick Mahorn is the other one.
That's awesome.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Make sure you check out the Best Darn Sports Show with John Salley.
I'm down 162 pounds in 6 months, and it feels great. Looking at myself in the mirror is a trip. I marvel at myself now because I'm like, man, I've done this in 6 months. 6 months is not that long ago.
I started this program back on July 1st at 288.5 pounds. Today I weighed in at 184. When I first got here, I was sad and depressed and stressed out. Over time, I regained my self-esteem, my willpower, my determination, and those things have helped me to grow and become happier with myself and in life.
Use code TFU10 for a discount on the full body cleanse.